Hello and welcome to a video on the new transaction feature in Digital Diamond Baseball. This is probably one of my favorite new additions in version 3. As you can see, first thing you want to do with transactions is you want to set the opening day rosters for all the teams. Fortunately, you can import these. You don't have to enter them by hand. You can get the opening day rosters from Mark Miller's Baseball Goodies site. There they are. You can download them for any season since 1901 up to 2010. Once you have that CSV file downloaded, just click on Import and browse to that file. Be sure to enter the year that you want to import because that file has opening day rosters for all years and you just want to get them, in this case, for 1980. Click OK and those opening day rosters are going to be imported. Now, the names of the teams and players in that file may not match the names of the teams and players in your library, so sometimes you'll have to resolve conflicts here, and I'll go ahead and do that. Here's an example of a player that it's Benny, and one's with an IE and one's with a Y, so I have to resolve that matchup. Once I'm done, bam, I've got my opening day rosters for every team in my library, and that's it. They're there now, and every time I restart my season, those opening day rosters will be set, which is really nice. Let's try that out. Let's go to the Players tab and do a Reset Rosters Opening Day, and you should notice that once I do this, some of my players should show up as active and inactive in my views because some of them have been deactivated for opening day. Sure enough, some of these players are listed in gray because they're now inactive. And all my teams now have 25-man rosters. Now that I've got my opening day set, I want to set my transactions. And this is another thing that you can get from Baseball Goodies. Thank you, Mark Miller. If you scroll down, there is a transactions. And we want the ATMGR ones in CSV format. These are great. They have really a phenomenal collection of transactions. And they've got a lot of them, just about all the transactions you need. Click on the Import button and browse to that file that we just downloaded. And say Open. And you're all set. Be sure to also enter the year in this one as well because this file, and pick the proper format, Baseball Goodies. Once again, when you start the import, you're going to have to match up the teams, names, and the player names. Sometimes you'll encounter a player that isn't in your library, for example here. That's probably because the player is a minor league player that really didn't get any at-bats. You can skip those players if they're not in your library. The transaction is not really important if they've never played during the season. There it is. Look at all those transactions automatically imported. Trades, call-ups, you name it, they're there. Now, when you're playing a game, you will be asked whether or not you want to automatically execute pending transactions for that game. If you say yes, those transactions on that day will be executed before you play the game. That makes sure that your transactions are always up to date. There's also a choice in Fast Play that will cause it to automatically execute transactions if they exist when you Fast Play a season as well. So here I'll Fast Play a bunch of games with that checked. As these games are playing before each day, the transactions for that day are executed automatically. Let's have a look and see if that happened. Sure enough, there they are. Pretty amazing. My favorite feature. Enjoy!